What's going on, YouTube world? It's the boy with the Pampers and the toys, Al, recording from paradise in the lovely paradise. I love paradise. Do you love paradise? All right. Well, I had to throw it in there. All right. So please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the boy with the Pampers and the toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all your enemies. And I want to say something before I talk about what I'm gonna talk about today. I noticed a couple people, put little negative comments if I put something on one of my reels that they don't like, and I don't take it to heart at all because the projection of the matter is some people wish they had that item, or if you dislike it, you dislike it. I respect that. I'm not going to delete the negative comments of something like light, boo, or it's dead. Okay, if you don't like my channel, you have every respectful right as a human being to not, click off my video, unsubscribe respectfully. If you don't like what I post, I'm a person that talks about all toys. I don't leave nothing out. Look behind me. It's paradise. And then, I'm going to say this. Some people, and I hate to say this, I hate that life is like this, but can be a little jealous because maybe they don't have what you have. And the thing is, I'm human just like everybody else. And I work hard. I just try to show the world, what I do have and what I worked hard for. So, respectfully, if you don't like anything I put on my reels, you can just, fade into the mist. All right. So I just want to say that. And as you can see, looks like Tiffany took off the veil. She don't want to be married to Chucky at the moment for a little bit. And Yoda just fell off the bandwagon a little bit. Ain't that right, Yoda? Ain't that right? Yeah, so long. And then Olive Oil and Eileen get along pretty well, and just let everybody do their thing at the workplace, as long as everybody's under good obedience. So today it's going to be a Marvel Legends Day. It's an older 3-pack figure that I want to present today. It's been talked about many times, but I finally got my hands on one, and I was very appreciative to get it. Today we're going to be talking about Marvel Legends, X-Men's, Marvel's Meegan, Captain Britain, and Shadowcat. And this is something I've actually been wanting for a long time. Again, I don't have the resources, I don't have the money like that to just order something online so quick like everybody else. You're getting endorsements, I'm not getting anything. At least not yet. Hopefully one day. So, this 3-pack figure, these 3 characters right here have been in the comic books over a 30 plus year span, and so things have always been changed about these characters, and I can't wait to talk about them. So as you can see on the back of the box, it has a the art of everybody and the little bio and everything. And I'm going to talk about the characters a little bit, like I always give my little story times, my lemonade, and the so let's see. Let me go through the bios a little bit. So Shadowcat, Marvel Shadowcat, Catherine Kitty Pryde. She's been all over the comic books a lot, and basically this is the team of Excalibur. Shadowcat has the mutant ability to phase her molecules, letting her pass through walls and allowing things she touches to do the same. And Shadowcat is really actually considered a Omega level mutant, but I'll get into that later. Then next we have Captain Britain. He is Brian Broderick, the twin brother of Betsy Broderick, aka Psylocke. And using his super strength, flying ability, and courage, Captain Britain fights for justice throughout the world and other dimensions as well. So, he's a pretty strong mutant, and who knows who's stronger these days. And then last but not least, we have Marvel's Meegan. I think it's pronounced Meegan or Megan. Meegan, I think Megan. Oh well. Megan is a mystical mutant metamorph, able to change her shape at any will. And there's a lot more to this young lady as well too, and I'll get into that. So let's get this open. So as you can see, a little artwork on the side of it as well too. Hopefully you can see it. I hope my light's not in the way. And okay, let's get this open real quick. So I know first we're going to be talking about, because I'm going to do it all in that orderly fashion. I would love to keep this box, but the show must go on. All right, and a lot of times Marvel Legend figures, you have to look at it like, I'm not putting in the famous trash bag these days because I got something on top of that and I don't feel like all that rattling. They kind of predominantly use the same body sculptures and stuff, and we'll get into that. So first let's talk about Miss Meegan. This is my first time having her in my actually like having her in my collection, my Marvel Legends collection back, I think it's that way, yeah, that way. And again, I had posted on my store, not my stories, but my community tab where my Marvel Legends collection is started in 2019, and I'm gonna update that pic to show what it looks like now because I keep saying I'm gonna get some more shelves and everything in here for Paradise, but you know, I spend more money on toys than I do on what I really need for this room. And this room, like, there's no more wall room. I still get stuff for the wall in case, you know, when I want to move down the road, I'm gonna, you know, have a bigger place to where I can have everything. So I have to put it to the side for now. But anyways, so with Miss Meegan, the story of her, and I do remember reading about her in the comics. I told you I was a comic book nerd. She's beautiful, ain't she? Very beautiful. So she grew up where her family, I can't think of what country it was, and her family kept her in a minivan. Like, she was not able to actually get outside and explore the world. They had her watching TV. She didn't go to school. They had her cover her ears because her ears were pointy. As you can see right here, they are pointy. And before I even read the comic books in the past, I always thought that Meegan came from Atlantis or something. And I used to get her and that girl from DC Comics, Aquaman. What's her name? What was Amber Heard's character's name in there? But I used to get them mixed up. I don't know why. One got blonde hair, one got red, but I thought they came from the same universe, but DC. I was young, so I didn't understand DC and Marvel were two different companies. I just knew a kid saw colors in a magazine, and I just flipped through the pages. Just flip. Anyways, so Meegan, they protected her as much as possible. And with that being said, I'm going to stand her up a little bit. I ain't never seen a female character with feet like this. Well, period feet, but Lord, Marvel Legends. So Meegan, well, girl. So Meegan, you know, she learned her abilities. She ran into Captain Britain, and she shapeshifts. She just looked like she can change to anything, and it could be a creature, it could be any type of object she could change it to. And so this was her last resort of who she wanted to look like, a hot blonde and attractive blonde. Even though she got pointy ears, she ain't gonna never be able to hide that. And a lot of people, when she was growing up, thought that she was maybe like a wolf girl or something. And you know, Meegan just wanted to be just like every other girl, but unfortunately, you know, she was not your average girl. Her powers, like I said before, she can shapeshift to anything. Meegan does have an empathy to where she can feel energy, she can feel emotions and knowing what you're thinking, kind of like almost psychic abilities to a degree. And she's supposed to have super strength, because I know reading some comic books she was super strong, and she can fly as well too. And it's something else type of power she had too. I remember reading in the comic books over the years. But let's get back to the figure. I just want to give a little brief history on Meegan a little bit. But her and Captain Britain, before I go any further, had a toxic love relationship to where I know sometimes I read some of the comic books where he fell in love with Rachel Summers, which I think is Jane Grey and Cyclops' daughter. I think it's their daughter or somebody. And so, you know, they had just a toxic relationship over the years and on and off, just like any other couple. Not your average couple, but you know what I mean. So this figure right here, I think she's beautiful. And it's very rare that you find female figures or figures period with big hair like that. Who remember back in the day there was a cat Marvel retro figure. I can't think of her name, but she appeared in the X-Men cartoon in the 90s where she was a cat with white hair and a big hair. You could just flip the back of her and her hand would move. She was all white and she had a purple outfit. I know everybody my age or better or maybe 35. I'm telling my age, I don't care. I still look good. I'm just playing. It's a joke. It's a joke. You don't see too many characters with big hair like that. And you really have, they're limited to head movement, actually. Characters with, like, big hair modes, which is fine. I totally get it. You got to be careful with your action figures. So, with Meegan, first time I ever seen a character, period, maybe a female character with bare feet. And I don't know, maybe the girl has hard feet. They never did describe it in the comic books. She does have her female wielding hands as well. You know, them female wielding hands like Storm on X-Men. That's why I call them the Storm hands. We nicknamed the Storm hands, the Storm hands. So, the color, she looks just like she does in the comic books. I appreciate them. The face scope and face scan is amazing. I can't say like she's a real person, like a wrestler to her or something. She should look like the actual human. She looks like her comic book self, her original comic book self. And let's look for, well, the articulation of, like her doing the splits. You don't want to do, you'll break her legs. So I'm not going to do that. I love the articulation right here is let's see, does her waist doesn't move, but the chest area is pretty legit. She does come with actually two-fisted hands, and I'm thinking about maybe switching out one of her hands for maybe this hand right here. Or maybe I can just actually, I'm going to show you the fisted hands real quick. There's the fisted hands. And, I mean, I can't remember. Well, Meegan did have super strength, so I may leave her hands like this because she's going to be on my display, with the other Marvel Legends characters. So, she puts me in mind of, like, just some blonde, maybe Pam Anderson, somebody from my era, and I'm so silly. What I like about a lot of the Marvel figures, I use these ball pin knees and stuff. She don't have, as you can see, the pin knees. I don't like that because they fall out. Not eventually, but the arms are okay. I would say the arms are okay. They pinless. Thank you to the higher spirit world power. Her feet are not really as flat as they should be. So it's going to be kind of hard to stand her. And that's what Marvel, this is an older figure, so I'm not like, I guess I can't go back in the myth of time and be like, well, you should do this. But I can't say that because this is something that Hasbro should have worked on for a long time, to please the people. Like, I can't really stand her up like I really want to. So the points, there you go, she stands up. So, more so, I do like the color that they use. This is a nice color that she, like I said before, she looks like the original comic book character. I wish that with this 3-pack, because I paid $70 for it at a local toy store in my hometown, Bob's Comics. And online they wanted a lot more for it, or maybe $10 more. That's as cheap as I saw it online. I'm like, well, what's the point of not supporting a local toy store? And shipping and handling is what I'm gonna have to pay for anyway, because shipping and handling is going up. Shipping and handling in that speaking fashion. So I want to switch her her hands out, but I think she looks more. Because I'm over the little female wielding hands thing. I truly am, gang. I really am. the storm hands. Oops, maybe, I think maybe I put the wrong, yep, there we go. Okay. So that's what her fist looks like. I may change both of them because Megan doesn't need nothing to hold. She don't need no weapons or anything. Like she's really a WWE figure. Because them female window hands can be annoying just watching them all the time, just wheeled out. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her the two fists because she does, fight. So but I do appreciate them for making her look like her comic book self. Not really much to say, like I said before, for the hair mode, and the articulation is not really bad, so she's really posable. So if you want to pose her up, like, kind of put me in mind of my Phoenix action figure up there, because she got big hair and same kind of female mold and body. So most of the Marvel female characters do have that same kind of body. I'm gonna give this figure a 9. I'm going to say a 9.7, no, 9.8 out of 10. The reason why is because I really do feel like they could have, no, let's do 9.7. I'm going to take off 3 points because of the feet. It's hard for her to stand up. And they could have had like some of her powers, something to show like, she's basically sensing something. Because in the comic book, she had that power to where she can basically sense what everybody's kind of thinking and, the emotions and feelings of the next person. And she can take on, if I'm not mistaken, she can take on people's abilities too as well, too, to a degree. I don't think everybody can be rogue and, but there's Meegan, everybody. Beautiful girl. So next, let's talk about her love interest. Oh, man. Captain Britain. Mr. Broderick, the twin brother of Psylocke. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I'm going to mess this man's sword up. Okay. So what's special about him is that he comes with this Excalibur sword. This is him right here. This is my first time actually having a Captain Britain action figure. Now, I do have a figure back here that had 2 knives, and he looked like Captain Britain. He had a full mask on. Where can I find him? You know what? I should have had him pre-prepared before I did this video. So, you know what? I'm not even going to look for him because he's not important. So, Captain Britain, he's the leader of the team of that X-Men, that version of X-Men. And what can I say? First time having one. I can't really compare and contrast him with other, excuse me, I didn't mean to burp, with other figures that I saw in the past. Like some friends of mine actually had a few Captain Britain figures. Oops, I'm trying to play for y'all. And they wasn't the greatest looking because, like early millennium, 2000s, them Marvel Legend figures was horrible looking. They really was. But what I do like about this figure is that, again, I think that he's pretty much articulated and posable very well. When a figure, well, hold on. When a figure can do this, well, I hope he can. I don't know. I think his feet are not. Can he stand up even better? Most I can get him to stand up. Not really. His feet are not too bad, but they got to move him around, adjust them a little bit. Probably with some heat. Just like maybe with Megan's feet, I already got some heat on it. So he does come with a second head sculpt, which I don't know. Like, this is the head sculpt without a beard. So I really do like this because this is the one I remember. So I'm about to actually change that head sculpt out because it makes more sense for him to have a beard. Because the whole time I was like reading him over the years in the comic books, he had a beard. Not saying he can't. He don't have to have one. He have to have one. He has to have one. Okay. Okay. Whew. Lord, I don't know. They making it hard for you to put the second head sculpt on. But I'm going to work with it. Maybe if I use this hand, because I used to be left-handed back in the day. I had to learn to write with my right due to reasoning. Oh, can't do it no more. It's a pain. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got his second head sculpt on. That looks way better. If you can see, there we go. Just make sure the light's not hitting too much of it. You can see the color of the beard is blonde. So, I think the actual painting that they did on here was magnificent. He's articulated pretty well. Wish Meegan was articulated to the waist like that, but oh well. We're talking about Captain Britain. So I love the boot style right here. The boot style is awesome. You don't see too many figures with that type of detail right here. Now this body looks like it's been used plenty of times before as well too. It's different elements are probably looks like this body was used for Thor to a degree. Because I saw a lot of Thor figures with this body sculpt as well too, like the older Thor figures. Somebody else had a reasonable body like this too. So he does come with his sword. I'm so big on my action figures having swords. It's just like, this figure is all that for me. I love it. I really do. And then make sure you can turn his head. So as you can see, that reminds me of, it looks better than the He-Man sword. Wow. Let's see. I don't like the ball pen knees. Yeah, I should have did that with Meegan. Hold on real quick. The only reason I keep talking about her is because I don't think I did that part. So I had to go back to that figure. Okay, cool. When you know your action figures can move their legs back like that, then it's perfect. It's definitely perfect. I'm glad that they gave him the abilities to have weapons in his hands, because we all know he had that sword in the comic books, and I don't think he ever appeared on any of the cartoons, not to my knowledge. And as you can see, they were very well detailed with how the actual mask was. I really do wish, and I'm wishing on a star too much. I wish they had a third head sculpt of his human full face, but this is cool for what it is. I just wishing upon a star. So, well, let me see if I can, see, a lot of figures can do this, but I guess he can't. Let me see. Can I get this leg like that? I'll probably have to prop him up against something. That's cool for what it is. But, it's like a recycled figure from a previous, Marvel superhero. So I already saw, once I saw this in the package, I said I've seen this body sculpt before used on Thor. So with Mr. Captain Britain, I'm glad to have him in my collection. And the feet looks perfect too. Like, usually a lot of the Marvel figures have that little gap like the wrestler's foot, but this particular Marvel figure, no. He's pretty cool. I like him. Just because he's my first time this is my first Captain Britain figure, I'm gonna give him a 10 out of 10. I like him. I really do. And there you have it, everybody. You have Marvel's Britain. There's not too much really to say about the color and everything. You gotta take it for what it is. So, last but not least, we're gonna be talking about the lovely Miss Kitty Pryde. And I'm trying to think, what was that? Before I go any further talking about her, I don't know what that little bat's name is, her pet bat, and I do apologize. That's something I should do research on. I just only go off my memory of what I remember about the action figure, the character. So, oh, right. So last but not least, Miss Kitty Pryde. Now, I would say she's this is her right here. I actually got two Kitty Pryde actual Marvel Legends figures. So this is my third one. Oh gosh, I just hope she don't break in the arm. I probably have to apply some heat right here. So I'm not even gonna chance that. I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna put on some hot water so it can bend a little bit because I don't want to break her arm. So with Miss Kitty Pryde, she's considered Omega level mutant. She basically, this is how I remember her in the comic books back in the 80s and 90s and stuff, early 90s. She can teleport. Um, she has the ability of martial arts like a ninja. She can push you back in time, far in time, and not most likely vanish you a little bit. I ain't gonna say it's mostly to delete you or anything like that, but she could pick locks electronically. She has that ability, so she could just push somebody into the wall. Like, long as she's touching you, you're gonna go and teleport where Miss Catherine Pryde is going to, Shadow Cat, and she's very fluent in all languages. That's why her and Colossus were like a good duo, and she understood him very well. So Kitty's very beautiful. She's the perfect girl. She's kind of like everybody's girlfriend in a cartoon. Well, comic books and cartoon. She's just that good girl, but she's tough as nails. Don't underestimate the ability of her. And it's another particular. She can block harm on her mind. So if somebody was trying to cast that mutant ability on her to where they're trying to get in her brain, she could just block them out real quick and do her thing. And that's a great power to have, especially dealing with somebody like Scarlet Witch or the Phoenix. Charles Xavier. I know a couple episodes of the X-Men, the newest cartoons of the Millennium, not the newest ones, but you know what I mean. He tried to get in her brain and she can block him out. Nothing intentionally, but it's just to show her abilities. So, with this figure right here, this female body is smaller than your average female body. As you notice, I'm going to bring back Miss Meegan. She's a lot smaller than Meegan. And when she first was in comic books, she was a 13-year-old girl. Kitty Pryde was. So she's like the little sister of the X-Men crew. I do like this version of her. I just wish that Hasbro would have, really. See, I'm gonna break her arm if I do that. So I'm gonna wait and put some hot water on it. So this is the version. I'm glad to have this version where she had a mask on and the long hair. I believe these two fists right here actually. They was on the side of Captain Britain, so now I get it. I do apologize. I jumped to the gun. This was Captain Britain's fist, but you know what? How about this, real quick? I'm all over the place today, and that's all right. At least I can admit to you, Pamper Gang and YouTube world, when I'm all over the place. So let's just go ahead and put this on Captain Britain. So there you go. He's got his fist changed out. And I'm talking about Shadow Cat right now. There you go. So, back to Kitty Pryde. I think she got two fists right here as well. And I'm going to go ahead and change them out because I hate female wielding hands. I really do. We call them storm wielding hands. Storm, I command you. I command you. I command you. You. Alright. Okay. Because Kitty can't fight. She can defend herself. That's not a problem at all. So, she ain't no punk. So, okay. So, I do apologize. I can't even think of her pet bat's name, but he's definitely assists her on a lot of things. I guess his name is, I'm gonna call him, I don't know, is it Demon? I don't know. I'm not even gonna look it up because I should have known his name. I'm an X-Men fan, but he looks good. He really does look good. I would have preferred if they had something for her arm where he could just prop up on her arm like that so she could pose, But it's cool. The figure looks really good. The face paint. Her hair is not really bad as Meegan's hair, the hair mode. So if you're able to like not really turn her head, you don't want to break her head off because I don't know how long when these action figures be in the package for a long time, they tend to do that. Now I will say nothing really special here about she has pinless arms and pins in the knees, and how everybody knows I don't care for the pins at all. It's kind of hard to like stand her up. All three of them actually. Well, she stands up better than the other two, but I get it. I totally get it. So I give her a 9.8 out of a 10 because I do feel like that they could have at least had her head. You can move her head back and forth like that. Maybe I have to apply heat. Yeah. Well, no. Let me not take off the points for that. I think her feet could have been a little better. And she could have had a second head sculpt as well, too. I would have loved to see a head sculpt without the mask on. But I know that's, consider her the gimmick that she had during that time in the comic book. And, they did the color detail pretty right. She's articulated pretty well. And Meegan's, I got her name stuck in my head. I don't know why Meegan. I think when I get a dog one day, I'm going to name her Meegan. Meegan. So, you got to be very careful, too, because that could break off real easy. So, I'm only showing that part because it looked like it was about to break off. That'd be moving it too much. Oh, my lovely Marvel figures. But, definitely, you can probably find us online, all three of them, for probably more than what I paid for it, but I was happy to see it in stores. But hey, it is what it is. So there you go, the 3-pack. What is this? The 3-pack Excalibur series. Marvel's Meegan, Captain Britain, and Marvel's Shadowcat, and made by Hasbro. So Kitty gets a 9 point. I'm gonna give her a 9.8 out of 10. Captain Britain, I think he was pretty cool. All right. So, here is everybody who I talked about today. And definitely, I'd say it's worth getting. If you're a big Marvel Legends collector like myself, and, add it to your collection. See, Meegan, I'm going to have to put her behind her man. Let's scoot them over a little bit so everybody can see. Okay. I'm trying, gang. I'm trying. Megan's like, I don't want to be alone. I'm trying. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay, there we go. So, I want to thank all my new friends who subscribe to my channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. I just want to thank all you for your support and just, dedication of, pushing me through the algorithm and, my videos. And I finally reached over 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 friends. I said, y'all not called subscribers, y'all called friends to me. And please make sure you like and share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and your enemies. And also check out my Twitter page, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys, as well as my Instagram account. I do upload when I can, and I definitely upload the content off here on mainly Instagram, but I do a little bit on Twitter. Twitter's main so to show my YouTube channel and everything. And just thank you, everybody. Just thank you, me and the team, Eileen and everybody, and Tiffany and Yoda, Baby Yoda, and Oliver. We all thank you. And everyone have a great day. Day.